Talk about some incredible country. Sure is fine. Beautiful Badlands, and this might be the first time I think I've ever seen anybody build. Let's see, there's a fence here, there's some folks down there.
This is all the ATVers, I think.
There's a barn down here, although, oh, and a solar array it looks like. Could be mistaken about that. Looks like a lot of folks just have RVs down there.
Yeah.
And that's all private property. It was, I mean, every now and then you'd heard somebody driving by last night, but really not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Went ahead, had a meeting this morning, did our work. You know, we need to make a video on how we work from the road, because
Yeah.
I think that kind of perplexes people.
Yeah.
But it's not as complicated as you might think.
Whip your computer out and there you go.
Yeah. Aren't these colors just amazing? You got obviously the blue of the sky. You even have a blue haze out here. Some purples, some reds, yellows, greens. I mean, out here it looks like all gold splattered through. Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what this white crap is.
It almost kind of looks like salt.
It looks a little bit like salt, or like somebody had painted. Oh, we are enjoying some beautiful weather, but it's a little chilly, hence the hoodie. Yeah, let's get hitting the road, and I think we may have found a Maverick that has a free dump station. Mighty fine mountains out there. Beautiful Colorado. Whoa, everybody has solar. What is that community? It's called the Village in San Juan. You guys know my love of solar. That is a beauty. Big fan. I think we fit right in. You know, I think this might be the strangest setup I've seen yet. But anyways, we're getting fuel here for $3, let's be honest, 47 cents a gallon. But then we have a dump station here. And you go, oh, that's cool. And you got to, rinse right here. And then there is, I guess it's not potable. We don't drink out of our tank though. But there is water on pump 11 over there. And we are a big fan of Mavericks, so we'll run in there as well. But yeah, kind of an interesting one. I figured you guys might. I mean, we completely missed it on the way in, and you would. But we saw on freecampsites.net, it actually described pump 29 and pump 11 have the, cool deal. Man, would you look at that? That is a nice spot. Beautiful spot. There's actually a smaller one over there. We tried that first and it just wasn't it.
No.
It wasn't it. Colorado is friggin' beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's a nice way to say that. Oh man, we're right here. This is some narrow road, a little bumpy, if you can't tell already. Some narrow road, but some BLM land out here. Is this National Forest?
This is National Forest.
National Forest. Yes, indeed. Right here on the creek. Lovely sound. We're backed right up to it. How do you beat that?
This is Dexter Creek.
Dexter Creek. And you can stay here for up to 14 days in a 30-day period.
Yep.
And so I bet you there's a lot like this. Just these beautiful spots. I mean, come on. And then you got these beautiful stones, stone walls over here. I don't know. It's a little... There's some mines out here, I know that.
Yeah, there is no service out here.
No, but don't worry, we actually have downloaded Bewitched, so.
And we have a bunch of movies downloaded.
Yeah, I think we kind of burned through most of our movies.
Well, we got a hard drive.
That's
still.
all right, yeah. But yeah, what a nice spot. No solar, no service, no problem. Wow, man. Yeah, I'm glad that spot's level because the trick is not. This is just another example of why we need some bedliner paint job.
Not anytime soon.
Oh, not anytime soon? No.
Maybe in 20 years.
If you guys were in a little party here, right? Like, Well, one person there. Definitely one person here. If you angled it right, if we were scooted over a little more, one person there.
There's another little spot down there.
There's another spot. Yeah, so is that four vehicles?
Yeah.
Or 1, 2, 3 truck campers or vans or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking we don't go out and camp party with anybody, but you know, we could.
Good.
This is beautiful. Yeah, I will say, I think, you know, we love our aux blocks, but we don't have leveling jacks, so I think that having some of those
leveling
blocks might actually be a nice thing.
Yeah.
But those ones that we had for the Airstream, like those cracked.
Yeah.
I didn't like those.
No.
So we got to find, maybe there's a different material now, I don't know.
Maybe.
Or some rubber, or, I don't know. They have those ones though that you stick them under and then they curve. You roll onto them, right?
Yeah.
And they're sort of wedge shaped. Man, oh man, golly, like look at the, when they say there's gold in them hills, they are not wrong. How beautiful is that? We really are, this is the longest fall of my life.
Yeah, it's been beautiful for weeks now.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Are we just following at the right pace, or?
I think because I was bummed that we weren't going to the Northeast for the fall to see all the pretty fall colors out there. The West said, here, we'll give you a pretty fall out here too.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that lovely? And the leaves are falling all around us too. Like a golden snowfall. I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity, since we're unhooked anyways, to go ahead and do an oil change. We need to get this onto level ground. Typically along with this, I would also do the fuel filters at the same time. They just kind of coincide with the fuel filter life. Last time though, and especially because there's 2 filters, there's one down here, which is horrible to get to, and then there's a second one up there, which is somehow even worse. I don't want to break that plastic off, so instead of doing the fuel filters right now, we're gonna wait until we have the aluminum cap. What do we have going on? 3 gallons. This is 5W40. Rotella T6, used this before. We have 16 quarts for our oil bucket. We'll want to go ahead and with these, make sure that everything's good and closed here. This is the drain, right? This is the fill. You can put the fuel filter here if you want. We'll talk about that. And then this is an air hole. Make sure that that is also open, or you're gonna have a bad time. Ask me how I know. We've got our wrenches here, got a replacement fuel filter, and a fuel filter cap. Picked that up last time. So this is because the geniuses who designed this made this so it wasn't underneath, but instead it's behind the tire. So what we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna make sure that we have our tires facing the correct direction. We go ahead and loosen this up, we drop it down, we put this in, now I can pull it out, and then I can do the reverse. Fill this with a little oil, there we go, off we go. And then finally, a wrench to get that around there. That should be all we need. Let's go ahead and get underneath. So this is a 3/8" drive right here. Hopefully you can see this. It doesn't require a socket, which is so strange. I'm gonna go ahead and set this right here. The oil is plenty warm, which is probably too warm, but whatever. We'll live dangerously today. And I'll go ahead and slowly loosen that. There we go. In the future, we'll have a Fumoto plug, which will make this way less messy. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we are. Fun fact, these are nitrile gloves. Don't wear nitrile gloves. The thing about it is there are automotive gloves that are made for this. For whatever reason, I just can't remember that. Go ahead, loosen the top cap and just leave that on there so air can get past it. But debris will not get in there. And now we can go ahead and get that oil filter out of there. That's like the worst part of this whole thing. That bottom bolt, pretty easy. The Fumoto valve though, it should come like that from the factory. Why doesn't it? It's so stupid. Let's go ahead and get this stupid oil filter out. They put it in the worst possible place. Also, I've seen how Ford does it with the 6.7 liter Power Stroke. Gotta say, if I'm gonna give them credit for anything, it's making the oil changes easier. Jeez. All right, and then back here, it's gonna be hard to make out, but you can see the oil filter right there. And then this is the dumbest thing, so passengers. So we're gonna go ahead and see if I can loosen that up using this sucker. Actually, I think it's, I don't know, I forget which way it goes. Anyway, we're gonna get it loose. Some trial and error here, and then we'll drop it down, and then we'll put the lid on. I love our truck, I do. This, however, one of the dumbest things I've ever, I mean, I ain't no engineer or nothing, but man, whoever did the oil change last time had some strength on them.
That was you, wasn't it?
It was me. Should be minimal spillage right there, so we're gonna drop it down. Good, and now I can just pull it out sideways. There we go. Minimal spillage. Okay, good. And then we can empty this into our oil container down there. I'm glad I switched into clothes I don't care about. That is a lot better. Good thing to have is a little bit of ground cover, though, I'll tell you what. So we're gonna let that hang out for a little bit. I got the filter all emptied, and we'll put that in a trash bag separate. And we'll probably box up this guy, or bag up this guy. And then we're gonna have a container in the bed of our truck for that. I guess if somebody steals it, they needed it more than us. Get nothing but an oil mess. And while we're in here anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just check this air filter, just blow it out. We've been in a pretty dusty environment lately. Do have an air filter on the way, along with that replacement aluminum cap. Stellantis, man, I'll tell you what. But it does not hurt just to just check this and blow it out. We've also been at a much higher elevation, so our fuel economy is significantly lower than it would be because it's just like oxygen, so the truck is working harder. So anything that we can do, especially while we're out here in Colorado and in these higher elevations, probably a good thing. Like I said, got one of these on order. Oh. Yeah, I'll say that's about due for replacement. That's a bug. That's pretty grody. So that's the that's our truck's breather. That's our filter. And you can actually see the air intake box. That's the turbo right there. That little snail-looking guy. Oh man, that's. But anyways, it gets all its air from right here. So this should be clean. Yeah, I could have sworn we had one of these somewhere.
I just looked and I don't see one.
Well, I'll just double check. But yeah, we'll go ahead. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, that's just dirt. That's just mud. Ugh. But in the meantime, yeah, that's gross. And it's pretty cheap insurance to just get replaceable. I know there are reusable versions of these, but I mean, if they end up looking like this, might as well just get a full-on replacement, one-time use one. Ugh. I am what you might call a shade tree mechanic at best, at very best. But it just seems kind of silly to me to have plastic components and big old metal screws, not bolts, screws. That seems like a weird one to me. The other thing is how dirty that was. I'm pretty confident that's partially to blame for our lower fuel economy, right? Because it's just not going to run as efficiently. But you can see we've got two sensors here. I mean, I assume one of these is an O2 sensor, right? How did this not set off an alarm? I mean, it's like mud in there and bugs and whatnot. It's doing its job. Don't get me wrong, I know that. But man, that is something. But I bet you it'll breathe a lot better. We might actually pick one of these up soon, right on down the road here. Maybe in Silverton. It's our next big city, I think. But I mean, it's not hard to do. But I could have sworn on a 2017 we had same motor as a slightly different version. That had just clips, and it was like maybe 4 screws, but I'm pretty confident it was just clips, much like you would do with like the fuse box and such. Anyways, might be swapping that sooner, and then we'll just keep the second one for the next trip. We have that on order. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, get back down there, plug her back up. I'm sure it's all completely drained out now, and then fill this, then fill the engine, and it should be good to cross our fingers and hope we don't kill the motor. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Okay, just a reminder, we always want to leave a place better than we found it if we have the opportunity, so don't make it worse. And if you drop a little cap or something, that is convenient right there. And then I'll just shove that in and do the reverse of how we got it out. All right, we're gonna get a little I don't know, redneck because we do not. Oh, there you are. Yeah, we do not have a funnel right now. That's in the bus. I think I used it on my mom's car. At least this way, it's easier to tell. There.
And then we just throw it away. You don't have to start cleaning it.
Yeah, that's true. That's the good stuff. It's synthetic now, though. It used to be so expensive compared to conventional oil, but it doesn't seem that much more. You know how much these oil changes cost? Might I add? Like this service would be over $300 at a dealership, and that oil right here. Next time we'd probably buy 2 sets. I mean, just pull the trigger. $65, $67, something like that. Let's see, and then the filter is like 20, 30, $40 maybe. So you're at like $100 and something maybe there. And at least you know they're actually doing the service, because we have seen they don't always do the service. Sometimes, and you should mark your own filters if you know where they are. Sometimes they don't change your oil filter, and then maybe they do the oil. Sometimes they don't do the oil. They'll just lift your hood, take a break, and then like, all right, your car's done. Here you are. See you back in. Man, that's not good. I got an itch. Nothing worse than you got oily hands and then you have an itch on your nose.
You need me to itch it for you?
Possibly. I'll check the oil here. Let's hope we have enough. Otherwise, we're gonna have a long bike ride. Tell you what, it is a good thing though while RVing to have a second mode of transportation if you need it. All right. Yeah, that's the stuff. All right. Last of that Aunt Jemima syrup. Check online, because 10W30 is probably what this came with. I switched to 5W40 here, but it says in like warm conditions, 10W30 is fine. Cool conditions, 5W40. So we never know what we're going to be in. Just be on the safe side. So let's go ahead, check this dipstick here. Now that's a long way down to that oil pan. Man, that is something. All right. Well, it should be good. It should be just enough. The moment of truth is coming up, though. Did we do it right? Find out next. Put it in run. All right. Doesn't sound that bad. Now, how do we reset this? So the fuel filter, we're not gonna mess with that. So go ahead and hit next, left or right. Right, press and hold. There we go. And let's see if we look at this. Fuel filter service is required. Okay, no problem. All right, yeah, so we'll do that one later. I'm gonna leave that as it is. I think that's okay. We'll just do the remaining service in a little bit longer, but that should be good. Oh, I hate that those are not all matched up. Oh man. Now, a lot of folks will let these guys just idle, get that good oil through. We might run it for a minute or two. With the diesel particulate filter, though, you don't want to do that. You know, just building up carbon and leaving it's just not good stuff. But otherwise, that's it. I mean, not too messy. You can go ahead and stick that in there. We can empty that at the AutoZone where we get our air filter. Yeah. Right, let's go ahead. I'm going to clean up, change clothes, relax a bit. It's a beautiful day.
The dogs are having a blast running around out here. It is cold, it is shady, the sun missed us completely, we're on the wrong side of the mountain, and it's dinner time. So I'm gonna make some dinner, Joel's gonna edit this video.
Try to work on my hiccups.
Try to work on his hiccups a little bit, and and we're gonna call this one a night. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Damn it.